Hello, vinyl community and anyone else watching this. I decided to make a video that's partially inspired by a member of the vinyl community named Paul, who has a great channel called Fit to Be Tie-Dyed. He's a big Beatle guy. He lives up north in those Canadian nether regions. And check out his channel, especially if you're a Beatle fan. But he likes other things too. And don't bother with his record store day video. Just kidding, Paul. It's a little joke there. Anyway, he did a video a week or more ago comparing the sounds of Abbey Road on all the copies he has and deciding which one he thinks is best. And I've been wondering, should I do a 50th anniversary show for Sgt. Pepper on my podcast? And I decided I would, but that got convoluted because my 200th episode's coming up and that would push it back to 201, and so I decided to do a mini cast for that, and that way I don't have to screw with my numbers and I'm okay. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. What you care about what this video is going to be, which is what I'm getting to. I decided that what to do for my mini cast would be to do as many versions from different sources of each song from Pepper, play the whole album, and a couple of the singles, and one single and an extra track, and you guys can figure out what they are, all from as many different sources as I could, and just compare the sound quality and just talk about it a little bit. Maybe I haven't done the narration for it yet, but I dubbed the vinyl last night, and that's what's leading to this video. I have 7 different versions of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and there were clear differences in all 7, and one was clearly my favorite, which is turning into this video. So I thought I would make a video and tell you of the 7 that I have, which is my favorite on down. And I am going to start with my favorite, which might seem like an odd way to do it, but I think it's more surprising what one of my least favorites is. So there's not going to be any tension. I'm going to tell you what one I like the best first, and then move on by that, ranking them 1 through 7. But I must say from the top that all those in America watching, which is probably the majority of you, I do not own a regular edition American Sgt. Pepper, either an original or a reissue from the 70s or 80s. Stereo, US stereo. So that's not going to be on my list. But I have something that I think is similar, and you'll see where that is. It would rank higher. You'll see. Anyway, enough of this stuff. I hope everybody's doing well, by the way, and I had a good record store day. I had to work, so I didn't get to go. So I've been trying to live vicariously through as many videos as I can, but my internet's been spotty, and I haven't watched that many. The ones I watched, nobody's really very happy with record store day this year, so maybe I didn't miss that much. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully later in this week, I'll get to go to a record store or two that had it and plow through the leftovers. Anyway, so 7 Sgt. Peppers. Which one to me sounds best? Well, as I said, I'm going to start with number 1, and this may surprise. This surprised me, so it may surprise some of you as well. It may surprise all of you. I think I'm going to get some thumbs down on this one, and I think I'm going to get some "are you crazies?" You know, I don't know. But here we go. I'm going to rank the 7 that I have, and number 1, the sticker on the front gives it away. This is, for me, the best sounding of the 7 Sgt. Peppers I have. And I did not expect it. I just opened it last night for the first time. I never even bothered to open it or play it. I just thought I'd heard so many negative things about it. By the way, this is the 2012 version or thereabouts from the 2009 digital remasters that they use for the CDs. And this thing, to me, just sounds amazing. The clarity is amazing. There's warmth, which I wasn't expecting. Boomy bass, which I wasn't expecting. Great bass. And it sounds alive. It's not dead at all. It's a living thing, and it just, the sound on this blew me away. And I only scanned them a little bit and played one track in its entirety for the show. And the track I played off of this is my least favorite track on the whole Pepper album, and that is Within You Without You, George's song. And I was blown away. And I don't even like that song. So, for those of you that want a really good copy of Sgt. Pepper and haven't picked this up or have heard negative things, I'm here to tell you, for my ears, this is the one to get. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but this was my favorite, and it's by a lot, actually. So, number one, sound quality for me is the digital remaster. Unbelievable. Anyway, there you go. So, having said that, what do you think number two is? It's kind of not hard to figure out. They all kind of look the same. It's kind of ridiculous. But, right here. This is number two. This is from the Mono box. The 2013-14. Whenever it came out. 15. The Beatles Mono box. Analog remastered. And there's nothing wrong with the sound quality on this at all. Just for psychedelic stuff, and I might be one of the few, I like the stuff going back and forth in channels. So I prefer the stereo mix. Mono mix is odd, and I like the differences, and I really do, and I appreciate this. And if this was the only one I had, I would be very, very, very pleased with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. It sounds just as good. It's not quite as clear, but that's because it's in mono. And there are things popping out at you in different speakers and stuff that clearly don't on the mono copy. And so I can't hold anything against that. Otherwise, bass is great. Everything is really great. So the two most recent Sgt. Peppers are my 1 and 2. So the people that say new pressings aren't as good or anything, I'm disagreeing with you, at least on these. These things both sound amazing. Number 3. I got a little scolding about another album in this box from Paul, Fit to Be Tie-Dye. Here's number 3. It's the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from the Beatles Blue Box. The came out about '84. All of the British albums from the UK on Parlophone in a box. I hadn't played mine. I made a comment about Abbey Road on Paul's video and told him I'd forgotten I even bought this. I never played it. I never even... I have no excuses. Anyway, and he's like, that was his favorite Abbey Road, I think. Anyway, these pressings from the Beatles Blue Box are very, very good. A little quieter than the new ones, and not quite as much bass, and slightly less clarity, but still a very warm, very live sounding, a really good pressing on this. So this is my third favorite. Again, nothing wrong with most of these, but this is B number 3 right here. It's the one from the Blue Box, UK import. Which leads us to number 4. Any ideas? And for those of you that know everything I have, you're probably going, what the heck's going on here? Because there's something that is missing. And it's not number 4 either. Here's number 4. It is my US original. And this is an early press, I think. I watched videos on this one day and figured it out and then forgot about it immediately. I think it's an early-ish press. Mono, 67. Might be up to 68, but I'm pretty sure that this was an early press of this. And again, really nice sounding mono. The only reason maybe it sounds a little less than the new one is it's not in perfect shape. It's been around 50 years, and it's had a little bit of wear and tear, and it's not mint. But really nice pressing, US mono. You can't go wrong with it. You know, again, not quite as much bass, not quite as much clarity. The warmth is there. Slightly quieter, but not much than the new ones. Really good pressing. So, number 4, American. I do not have an original. Well, you'll see what I don't have. I don't have a lot, but that's number 4. US mono. Number 5. I'm gonna get it now. I just know it. But here we go. My 5th favorite pressing that I own of the 7 of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is the original master, the MoFi High Fidelity original master recording of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's too quiet. It feels dead. There's no life in this, and of all of them, you would think the digital masters would be the harshest. No, to my ears, this is very harsh. There's very little warmth in it. I mean, if this was a punk album, I would love it. It's harsh and but it's not. It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and it's supposed to be mellowish and just nice to listen to, and this was actually slightly hard on my ears. So unbelievably, and very quiet. So unbelievably, and like I said, here's where I'm gonna get some flack for the next one too. Comes right after it. This is number 5 for me. Those of you that have been looking for this, not to complete your collection, but because you wanted a really nice sounding stereo Sgt. Pepper, I say go out and spend 20 bucks on the new one. That's what I say. I'm gonna get flack, I know it, but I did not love this. And Paul over Fit to Be Tie-Dyed didn't love his Abbey Road either. So I'm not alone on these. Most of the time I love MoFi, but number 5. Now I'm gonna really get it, because after that comes this. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Picture this, 1978. This is the closest thing I have to an American, and I am judging it sort of on that. Okay, this is a very noisy pressing. Do not buy one of these to play. There is just a lot of noise. But having said that, the music underneath the noise is actually really good. It's, I think, better than the MoFi, to be honest. If the record noise wasn't on here, and this is probably what the US one sounds like. It's been so long I can't remember. But this would be up maybe even above the US mono. This would be 3 or 4 on my list if it wasn't a picture disc. But a lot of record noise, but it was loud, a lot of bass. There was clarity behind the record noise. It was warmth. I was surprised at how good this pressing was. Just a lot of noise because it's a picture disc. So there you go. Number 6, the picture disc of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and woe be it to number 7. And here's number 7. This is an Australian import I bought. Not an original, I'm guessing from the late 70s or 80s, just to guess. It's on an orange Australian label. It's not even a gatefold. It doesn't open up or anything like that. And the vinyl's really thin. And, I mean, I won't say it sounds like crap, but it doesn't sound good. And, It's smeary is the word I want to use. There's not a lot of definition. It's quiet. Not a great pressing either. And just very overall disappointed. I mean, it kind of came in after a picture disc. So there you go. If you want an Australian Sgt. Pepper, or at least a later pressing, to complete your collection, go ahead. But don't buy it as a play copy. It's the worst one, in my opinion, of the 7 I have. Well, there you go. There's my little celebration of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I'm not sure how I feel about all the new Pepper stuff coming out. I mean, it's interesting, and I'm not going to put it down. I know a lot of people are going to want it, and that's great, and I want to see it. I want to hear some of it. I want to see it. I want to know what it's all about before I commit one way or another to whether I'm going to get one. I'll probably get one. I don't know which one. I doubt it'll be the 6 CD box. If a nice vinyl one comes out that's pretty much equal to the 2 CD one and doesn't cost a fortune, I might go for that. Who knows? But I'm not as excited as some people. It's never been one of, maybe my 5th favorite Beatle album. But we'll see what happens when it comes out, and you know, I might be blown away, and I may be I'm here going, you know, I made a mistake back there. We'll see. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a great record store day. Go ahead and beat me over the head with my selections of my top ones, and check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. At the very end of May, my Sgt. Pepper podcast will be up the last Saturday of May, or thereabouts. It'll be interesting. And then a little week or two after that, my 200th episode. So things are happening on that front. Anyway, take care, everybody. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.